On the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready, 50, plant,
Check 53's Mike. Here we go, D. Check 26, check 26. Check safety, check safety.
tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Check 50, check 50. Check 9, check 9.
Under 10, under 10.
Gone.
Bang, 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 bang.
Let happen.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go. High 7, let's go. Kill. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, I got it. Watch twist.
Hey, alert 3.
Hard. Dog. He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check 53's Mike. Check 50.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hopkins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Rip right.
Let's go. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, Hopkins.
Heavy on the edges.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Check. Leo. Check 24.
Watch the safety creep.
Back to the ground, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert. Chopper. Wants to run. Go. Running it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Exit. 50's the Mike.
Yeah, that's what I do.
On 3rd down, Hopkins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Don't be scared of it.
Watch out.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Draw play, Elliott, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Joker.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Down. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Wahoo.
I got him.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here we go.
Recon, 132 fighting. Go.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Get him. Get him. Get him. Set, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hopkins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over.
42-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he's going to go down again.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
12 yards. It's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Bears 7, Falcons nothing.
Set, hut. 60 out low. Great stone. Come on. I'm coming.
Shit.
Zip it. Go. Where's your
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
At their 48-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. Crunch.
They run. Cook.
Go.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ready, break.
Mike 50.
All day, every day, any day. Hut.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 18 Gator. All right, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Mike's set. 50.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike, 50, Mike. You're out. I'm going to come back. Right now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Hopkins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Elliott running right. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
Danny. Check. Fresno. H3.
Ball trot. Choose the Mike. Watch Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well, and if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him offsides. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24-20.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Squeeze, get in there. Yo, D. Hey, it's just man. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Echo. Deuce.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Taking on the midfield logo. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
At the Falcons' 40-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check nickel.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go, baby.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
45.
Play action. It's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 3-yard line.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Safety's creeping. Wide, get wide.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". All right.
Here we go.
Let's go.
To throw on second down, Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Yes! Go!
A final shot before break. Hopkins looking deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
We're going to work.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago.
Nice job, bro.
A big play there. 76 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the drive with Cook, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Hey, 50. 50 the mic. 50 smoke.
You go night-night. Some go night-night. Shift. Rock.
To throw on 3rd down. Hopkins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch QB drop.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go. Let's get this. Let's go.
Hey, check Mike.
Go.
Check Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get inside. Let's go.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready. 50. Plant.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check.
Hey, motion. Wise motion. Ready, go.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Wolf.
You don't want this.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going up top. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
That's a pick.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Yards on the pickup.
Dang, baby.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yes.
Steve, let's get off the field.
Don't.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
It's already go.
Jackson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Jackson. That one completes. Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's King. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that's Elliott, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Falcons take over.
We play to win. Let's
at their
go.
own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 66. Bullet high. Set, go.
Throwing on 1st down. Hopkins looking deep for the 4th time tonight. It's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Ricky.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Buzz.
Mike 5-9. Mike 5-9.
65.
On 3rd down, Hopkins. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Jamal Adams. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Hey, yo, switch gears.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and goal, Chicago.
Motion, check. 2-6.
45's the mic.
From the gun, Jackson.
Just like that.
Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Jackson to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Go, 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 go.
45.
Echo.
Mike, 45.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Zip, zip. Mine is mine.
Bravo.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, tight.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
West.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Go. Orbit, orbit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working and call more of that.
36, dog.
Tight dog. He's coming.
Go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Falcons on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Slam. He's coming. Double up.
You're out.
Off play action. Hopkins in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now this is either a fake or their coach is delusional or both here. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Switch.
Now Elliott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Falcons
Here we go.
take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? He may meet up with this team again.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Wild Bill,
Go!
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed